Hello guys and welcome to GGMU stand Manchester United fans channel, and this is the Manchester United news and also the Leeds United vs Manchester United look ahead. Today we are going to talk about the positive from the last win against Brighton, also the battle for captaincy, and also we are going to talk about the press conference, and we are going to go into much detail about our game against Leeds and how we expect to line up, and also the players we expect to play. We're also going to talk about why we need a younger striker, and let's begin. And today, having seen the way we played against Brighton, especially in the first half, we can now understand that Rangnick understood that we were so good in the first half that even in the second half we could not play in any way. The last game was a game of two halves. First half we were very poor, giving the ball away every time, and I still don't understand how friend Rodriguez starts ahead of Pogba. I still don't understand. Also, the positive is that we won the game. Now we're at top 4 with 43 points, and I think we should win on Sunday so that we are going to cut the gap to Chelsea at now 1 point, because they have 47, and then if we win, you're going to have 46. And I remember in the game the moment when Ronaldo scored the goal, but you remember it was a mistake of Bissouma, and that lifted the spirit of the team, and that's what we need in our team. And the main positive I can talk about from that game is a clean sheet. You know, most of the games we have played, I think it's the game against West Ham. It's the game that we kept a clean sheet. Keeping a clean sheet, especially at Old Trafford, has been a problem, but now we kept one, and that's a very good positive, because many people know De Gea saves us. He deserved the clean sheet. He was a player of the month for January, and it is not many times you hear a goalkeeper as a player of the month. And those are the positives from the last game. And the deadlock for Cristiano Ronaldo, that he had not scored this year, now he has scored. And continuing, there has been an issue about the captain for our club, and the problem has been that there's a day when Ralf Rangnick advised Cristiano Ronaldo to mentor the young lads in the academy, and now some people understood it like now Cristiano is going to take over the captaincy from Maguire, and there have been a battle even in the social media. Somebody like Rashford brought it in the last week, saying that there's a division in the dressing room, and I don't think it's a very good idea to come up and reveal the issues that happen in the dressing room. That's not good for a player. I think we should just concentrate on the game and leave the captaincy issues to the manager, because taking it to the media is going to force the culprits to respond, and that in some way is going to negatively affect the mindset of the other players, especially even those who are involved in that issue. And what I think transpired, I think it is because mostly somebody like Cristiano is a bit older. He has played for the club. He knows what we need. Somebody like Maguire has not been good enough. So some of the foreign players believe that Ronaldo is a better captain, but the English players, that is who are in Manchester United, believe that Maguire is a better one. And I think the issue with the Rashford was because if you watch the game, this is my own opinion, mostly somebody like Bruno Fernandes, he only picks up passes. He picks passes mostly for Cristiano, his fellow countryman. And I don't think that one means that there is any division, that now there's division that there are English players and the foreign players, they are not together. I don't think that happens, because if there is something like that, then we are doomed, because they'll never be together again. Also, there's something a journalist asked Ralph Ragnick in the press conference about Harry Maguire took to the social media today to talk about the reports of division in the dressing room. Rashford earlier in the week, how frustrated are you by the constant narrative, and is the only way to answer it by giving consistent results on the pitch? Okay, he responded, I'm not frustrated because I know that's not the truth. I told you already about Harry Maguire being captain. It's not an issue, and has never been an issue, even for the club or himself as the manager. So I think Ralph Ragnick made it clear that Maguire is the captain, and these players who are trying to bring division and then blaming those who think they can be captain, they are the one who are bringing division. Because somebody like Rashford, you should not go to social media to talk about division in the dressing room. And in fact, somebody who deserves very much the captain armband is David Gea. He has stayed longer in the club. He is the one who saves us, because without him, last week, I think it's the same week, you could even wonder after the game of the game against Brighton. I put it, it's called Ian Wright was asking, where would we be if we didn't have David De Gea? We could be in the bottom 10, in the bottom half of the table, because of most of the games that we have played, David De Gea has saved us. Even that game against Brighton, he saved us. There was a header from Moda that, if it was another keeper, and no offense to the other keepers, they could have scored. And that's why I think the captain armband, okay, right now is not the right time to change captaincy, but sincerely, Maguire doesn't deserve that captaincy, because as I always say, Maguire is the spearman. Just because he's English, he's tall, he always plays for England, he has played in the Euros, he's played in the World Cup now, but you can see the difference is that when he comes to Manchester United, he doesn't play well, and we need him to play at his best. Also, regarding the captaincy issues, another journalist asked him, hi Raf, I'm sure you are aware of the speculation about captaincy between yourself, Cristiano Ronaldo and Maguire. Could you put us in the picture of whether those conversations have happened, and is there going to be a change? Well, to start with, I must say this is absolutely nonsense. I've never spoken with any player about possible change of captain, and Harry is fully aware of that. So is Cristiano and all the other players. So this has never been an issue for me. It's me who decides the captain, and therefore there's no reason to speak about that with any other person. Harry is our captain, and will stay our captain until the end of the season, and there's nothing else to add on that. That one shows that Ragnick tried to convince the journalist that he is in charge. That it's not about a top player coming out and saying that there's an issue about captaincy in the dressing room. It is, he was trying to say, I am in charge of the club. I'm the one who is in charge. And that's good for a manager, because if you try to appear as if you are hiding something, the journalists will come after you. They are going to come after you because they are going to ask you very direct question whereby you have to answer. And now Ragnick came out and said there's no discussion about captaincy, but the sources that were reporting that there's an issue between the Rashford and Cristiano and Maguire about the captaincy, that was absolutely nonsense. That is from the manager. Okay, going ahead on the game against Leeds. Leeds, Leeds in the last 5 Premier League games, Leeds have won 2 because they beat Burnley and beat West Ham, and then they have lost 2 and drawn 1, and their form has declined. According to the last game, they were beaten at Goodison Park by Everton. And before I continue, remember guys to subscribe to the channel and like the video so that YouTube is going to share to many more Manchester United fans, and we have a bigger platform where we can talk about our issues. And there's an issue about Everton now that I've mentioned Goodison Park. Donny van de Beek and Rio Ferdinand last week said that he has spoken with some people at the Goodison Park, and he can't still understand how Van der Beek can't get a number or a place to play at Manchester United. Comparing somebody like Van der Beek and Fred is like two parallel lines. They'll never meet. Van der Beek is a better player. He has proved that, and even in that game, he proved how good he is. But I think the managers at Manchester United, it is their policy. When you arrive in the office of the manager, there's a kind of a set of rules that are written there, whereby you are told if a player costs you more than at least maybe 50 million and above, you have to play them, whether they are playing well or bad. Or that is my assumption, because you cannot tell me in the last game against Brighton you fail to play Lingard, you start Elland. That's absolutely nonsense from even a manager. Also, you cannot loan somebody like Anthony Martial to remain with Anthony Elland. That is impossible, because if you watch that game, Elanga was totally shit in that game, and that's the issue with youngsters. There's no youngster who is not good. Every one of them, they are good, but what develops in them, it is what that determines who they are going to be. And the decision of the coach to loan Donny van de Beek and Martial, you cannot understand. It is like he doesn't know he has a good squad depth, yet he's bringing a youngster with no experience. A youngster you're just going to. I remember even Ahmad Traore, he scored in his first game, and we still loaned him to Rangers because he has to develop even the character, the mind. But now you loan an experienced player like Martial. Martial may be lazy or he doesn't do much, but he can save you in one game. There's something he can do, like the way he did at Manchester City when we had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He was dribbling past 7 players. We won a penalty and we won the game. That's because he has experience. Anthony Elanga won't do that. And that's why I question even every manager that comes to Manchester United. You can remember even Jose Mourinho, after he had left the club, that's when he started to see the problem in the club. But when you are there, you can't be bold enough to say, I don't know this player, I'm not going to play him. But the issue is with somebody like Ragnick. You cannot loan Donny van de Beek. It's as if he is just the same as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You fail to play Donny van de Beek. He is a good player. Everybody sees he's a good player, but you can't play him. You always stick with Fred. Let me. The number of mistakes he made against Brighton in that game. In the first half, he was giving just missed passes even a championship player cannot miss pass like that. And he is the only one who is making mistakes. You get a pass, you are not under pressure, you still make mistakes. And that's why I'm saying, I was talking about Goodison Park. Donny van de Beek is performing well at Goodison Park. And from the history, I've never seen a United player come back from loan and become a top player. So probably Donny van de Beek is gone and will never play for a club again. Continuing, Leeds won at Everton, and They drew as Aston Villa, and that was the most entertaining game if you can remember, or if you watched it. As we won the last game against Brighton, very good goals from Ronaldo and Bruno, and they showed their class. So I expect the same class to be shown against Leeds, because Leeds will come at us with all their guns, because they need this win very much. They need the win more than even us. And if we are not careful, they are going to beat us. And they are going to beat us because they are very good at counter attacks. The manager will stick with Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire is not good enough. On counter attacks, we are going to be beaten. You could see the game against Southampton, the way he was defending. He was defending like no look defending, and that's a new tactic. And I think maybe the EA Sports, they are going to add it in FIFA, because that was a joke, and many people made a meme out of it. And continuing on the last 5 games, I don't think the game against Wolves we deserve to lose, and that's what I was thinking about the game with Leeds, and I remembered how Wolves came and beat us. And if we are not careful, because the game against Wolves, we were just there playing flat football, no creativity, no plan B. And when it comes to the pitch now, the manager applies the plan that they were trying to use excuse me, in the training ground, and then all of a sudden he changes it to a plan B if it doesn't work. But if a manager doesn't have a plan B, then we are doomed. Okay, Cavani, it was confirmed that he's not going to play because he's still ill. Also, Nemanja Matic, Cavani is still ill and he's not going to play against Leeds. So we are going to have Cristiano, and probably I think we should play Lingard on the left wing. And I don't see why the coach cannot see that, because we won't pick Elland. Now it is better now we start Rashford and Sancho, and then Bruno at number 10, then Ronaldo at number 9, a 4-2-3-1 formation. Because if you want to play Elland, use him as a substitute, as a super sub when players are tired. But starting him ahead of other better players, that's like cowardice. In fact, you refused Lingard to go on loan, and you really explain it even to the journalists that he's going to play. Then you don't even pick him even in the squad. In the traveling squad, he is not there. That's what he did. And that's why I'm saying Ragnick is either he is a coward, like I said in the last time, or every manager comes to the club, there's a set of rules which us we don't know, and he must follow them, or there's somebody who is there who is picking the team for him, and he has no choice. He has no choice but just to pick the team he has been told. Maybe he talked with the parents of the young kids, so just play my son, and so that he's going to be known by the world. Also nonsense like that, but I don't know, that's my speculation, but I hope it's not like that. Okay, the last game against Leeds, we beat them 5-1 at Old Trafford, whereby Pogba had an hat-trick of assists and Bruno scored a hat-trick, and that game we really performed well. But this this game against Leeds at Elland Road is going to be difficult. You can remember the most memorable moment. It's not even the hat-trick that Bruno scored or the assist. It's the goal that's Leeds scored from Lookahead. It was a screamer of a goal. And I think Leeds, their game is very good. I like playing against Leeds because they won't pack the bus. They are going to attack you, so you have much of the ball. But if you lose it, you risk conceding a goal, and that's why I like them. When you're playing against a team that is attacking, not a team that really sits back and wait you to control the ball, you try to open them. These are not like that, and that's why I'm saying we are going to play open game. It's going to be an open game, and the one who is going to score more goals is the one who's going to win. and I hope we win the game, so that at least we are going to go to 46 points, 1 point behind Chelsea, although we are going to be with 1 game in hand, of which I don't know. Maybe Chelsea are going to play. Are they going to play on? They're going to play on Saturday. That yeah, they are going to. There will not be. There will no. There will be no game in hand because they are going to play ahead of us as of Saturday, and also we are going to play on Sunday. So we need this win. At least we can, and we need, if you are going to win, let's win with a lot of goals, because you can imagine we are at number 4 with a goal difference of 8 points. West Ham at number 5 have 11. Arsenal at number 6 have 9, and the Chelsea above us, they have a goal difference of 30 against 8, and we have first of all, we have the best striker, Cristiano. Assist, the players that has created the most chances in this season up to now, Bruno Fernandes, and something that is very amazing, and I would like you to look at this. How comes with 13 games remaining and our top scorer has 9 goals? That is Cristiano. Can you imagine that? We are at 13 games remaining, Cristiano having 9 goals. That's not Manchester United standard. Right now, our wingers and number 10s are the ones, and the midfielders could be having 8 or 9, and then our striker would be having something like 18 going to 20. That's the standard we should maintain. And if we look at the game now, Leeds, the last time they beat us excuse me, the last time they beat us at Elland Road was an FA Cup in 2010. So I don't expect us to lose that game. Maybe if they can do better, maybe a draw, because the last game at Elland Road we drew 0-0. That's the last season, whereby we had beaten them again. You see, that season we beat them, the first leg 6-2, second leg 0-0. The season first leg 5-1. Who knows? Maybe the second leg will be 1-1, and I wish it's not like that. This game is going to be a game of the both halves, not a game of two halves, because don't expect that you play well in the first half and then you play poorly in the second half against Leeds. They are going to punish you. They have very good pacey wingers, and remember Daniel James is in Leeds and is going to play, and maybe he's going to score against us because we sold him to Leeds. Rafinha is leading their goal scoring with 8 goals, and the assist is Lookahead with 2, but at least we have 8 assists from Paul Pogba in our team, and I hope Pogba is going to have a good game, because of late he has really been playing football. He has proved he is a baller. You can see how he moves in the midfield. When he gets the ball, you can see the commanding aspect of a player, and that's what we need in the defense. Somebody like Maguire should be bold with the ball. Bold. That when you have the ball, even the opponent can't come near. I love the way somebody like Virgil van Dijk plays. When he has the ball, even an attacker is afraid to go for the ball because he is huge, he is commanding. And can you imagine he's not the captain? He plays like a captain, but he's not the captain. Our captain, he plays nowhere near a captain, but he's a captain. He doesn't play anywhere near a captain's level. He doesn't give it all for the club, because you see the mistakes he makes. It's like his head is not in Manchester United. Okay, I hope guys you are going to win the game, and remember to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Let's reach the 100 mark on the subscription. Please share the video to many more Manchester United fans. I know United fans really like discussing the issues. You can talk to me through the comment section. I'm going to respond, and let me know what you think the predictions are going to be, or post your predictions in the comment section against Leeds. and let us see who is going to be correct. Also, we are going to finish with the issue about we need a younger striker, because you can see Ronaldo is 37, Cavani I think is 34, and we need a young striker who is going to be developing, who is going to play when Ronaldo is tired. He comes in and plays as number 9, and we need a number 9, someone like Elland. We don't need someone like a winger. We try to convert a player, and that's where we have really gone wrong. Every time we buy a player, we want to convert the player to another number. You buy Anthony Martial is a winger, you want to convert him to number 9. It fails, and the players doesn't get game time. I think we should buy somebody like Erling Haaland, that caliber, a number 9, who is going to be playing when Cavani and Ronaldo is tired. He's going to come in, score last minute goals, and off we go. And I think tomorrow we're going to have the quiz, the GGMU stand quiz, whereby we are going to ask Manchester United fans questions and see how much they know about the club. And until then, see you.